So this is Ricard for PokerTube, still in Monte Carlo. I'm sitting here with the champ, Cada. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Yeah, just fine. What do you like? What do you think of being here in Monte Carlo?
It's so nice there. It's beautiful. It's good to actually spend some time away from the tables and go get to see the scenery and everything.
Do you think it's? I mean, how many times have you been to Europe to play poker?
Been to Europe probably about like 4 times to play poker. So I haven't been here that often. And Monte Carlo was probably one of the nicest places I've been so far.
So did you come to Europe before you became the champ?
No, I actually during the break I did. After I made the final table, I was over in Europe playing Barcelona and London. So those are the two.
So would you say before last summer's World Series when you came through and so on, even if you were a good player before that, were you bankroll big enough to travel like that?
Well, that's why I got a stake before the World Series because I plan on playing the circuit. I wanted to start playing the circuit that year. That's why I went to Sheets and Backs to put me in the World Series and the EPTs. So I plan on doing it either if I didn't win or not.
So this staked bit, has this been discussed, and is there some secrets about that you were staked, or how big part was yours and so on?
There's no secrets. I think everyone knows that I was staked during the World Series of Poker, and just like every other stake, like 50-50. And luckily I wasn't really in any makeup, so.
So no makeups before the end?
No, I actually finished decent in a tournament before that. I took like 17th in a $1,500 buy-in tournament, so that got me out of makeup, and I was doing well online. So I didn't have any makeup before the World Series.
Excellent. All right. So now you have World Series 5 weeks away. Could you say that being a champ now for 5 months, has it been like you expected?
I don't know. I really never expected to be the champ or win the main event. Should I say? Not really say the champ, but not really much has changed besides interviews and getting recognized at these poker destinations. Still playing poker, still traveling. Still live in the same house. Nothing really.
Yeah?
Not too much has changed.
Do you think not much has changed because you didn't have time, or is it because you're that kind of guy?
Maybe a little bit of both. Maybe the time and just who I am. I mean, I don't really need to go get anything extravagant or anything crazy. It helps me be a lot more lenient and a lot less stress when I play now. It doesn't really affect me as much when I lose a main event buy-in as I did before, a 10K buy-in.
So I mean, people have discussed how much is it worth. I mean, okay, you got the prize money, but in a long perspective, if you take care of it, some say that the title itself is worth as much. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I definitely agree. It gives you a lot more opportunities, a lot more things that go along with the title. So that's pretty safe to say that it's worth almost just as much as the money.
If you check out the winners from the last 10 years, would you say you're among the top 3? Quality-wise? It's a difficult question, I know.
Yeah, I can't really answer that. I never played with any of those. I haven't played with many of them in the last 10 years, and I mean, I'm sure everyone has different opinions on that. So I don't think it's my place to say if I'm not or if I am. I don't really know. I feel like personality-wise, and I'm kind of like Eastgate though.
Yeah. I think you played some with Peter, right?
Yeah, and we've had a few interviews together too, and me and him seem like we're kind of the same type of people.
I think so. Yeah. You said that you were a bit shy before, and maybe you came out a bit more now. You had to doing all these interviews. Is that something you're comfortable with?
Yeah, you can't really stay shy when you're in front of a lot of cameras all the time and getting questions. So I was really shy before, but I'm trying to open up a little bit more.
And you happy with that?
Yeah, I'm happy. There's good pros and cons with, I think, everything. You can always break everything down to good sides and bad sides. Anything
specific that been unexpectedly a bad thing by being the champ?
I think I face a lot more criticism than I did before.
Unjust, you think?
I think a lot of people see the main event coverage and judge solely on that, and not so much as overall, because I've been playing for some time now, and before I was just unknown, and I was happy with that. I was happy playing unknown.
Sounds like Peter Eastgate a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, whatever, though, I got lucky, so, I mean, I guess all the criticism won't even make up for the spot that I was given and the opportunity I have right now. I always used to kind of be a little jealous of or stubborn of all those people that won big tournaments before. I'm like, oh, it must be nice just to win a big tournament. And while I was sitting here grinding, so now it's kind of funny. It's the mirror.
Yeah. I mean, of course, we watched the final table a couple of times. All of us watching this, and well, maybe. Do you think they twisted it a little bit, or was it just that those were the moments that were most interesting for the viewer in a way?
They definitely didn't twist it. They didn't show anything like that wasn't part of it. I mean, I noticed a few times they had chip counts wrong a little bit here and there, just by 1 million or 2 million. But some of that does really matter when you get into like 2-to-1 situations, and they do mostly show all-ins. But that's what the viewer wants to see, and that's what people that are not poker-wise, interested in seeing all-ins and seeing people win and seeing people get knocked out. So it's good for TV. I mean, they did everything best of their ability.
Excellent. So, of course, 5 weeks. First, we have this tournament. You're playing tomorrow, obviously. And expectations for this EPT final?
I guess play my best poker.
Good.
If I lose, I lose. I mean, these big player fields, the variance, just gotta be happy how you play. I mean, you have to run well, you have to play well, but sometimes there's nothing you can do.
I heard from some other champs from before that sometimes it's like a bounty tournament. Usually smaller fields, though, smaller buy-ins. But when you play, it's almost like there's a bounty on you because a lot of players want to play you. Do you see the pros and cons on that?
Yeah, I feel like there's a few players that play me differently than before. I'm not saying all players do, but there may be a few there. But I guess that's my job to differentiate the players that do. And you got to adjust how people play to you at the table. You can't really... Like, if a person calls me a lot more in position, then I should just raise less hands because you just make their call worse by playing more hands. So, I mean, you just adjust. If you can get away with more, then you raise more. I mean, it's all about adjusting how the table is playing.
And for this year, how many tournaments did you play last year? In 09?
I played about, I think, 15 or 16 during the World Series, and then I played Bahamas and Barcelona.
But I mean, during the World Series?
During the World Series, I think 16.
16 during those 5 weeks?
I think about 16.
Yeah, and what are your plans for this summer?
I missed a few tournaments last year because I was sick, and plus I'll be playing Omaha this year. I told Sheets and Backs that I was a good Omaha player before, but I was never really a tournament Omaha player, and I didn't want them putting me in something that I wasn't always experienced in, so I told them I didn't want to play Omaha before. And this year I'm going to be playing all the Omaha events and try to make up for the events I missed last year and hold them that I was sick for, so hopefully I can get like 22, 24 events.
Wow. So you don't worry that it's going to be too much? You're going to wear you out?
No, I mean, I'm not really going to be playing as many mixed games, like the low ball and a lot of the mixed games, because I'm not really that good at mixed games. I haven't really put in the time or the hands in those games, so mostly just playing Omaha and hold them.
Excellent. All right. So now you're a team player. You're a part of the... How does it feel to be one of those guys?
It feels great.
PokerStars are good?
Yeah, PokerStars, I feel the best. I mean, I went with PokerStars because I thought they're the best, and they do a great job. Great player fields together, great destinations like Monaco and San Remo. All the spots they pick are excellent, and then getting to meet some of these guys that I never had the chance to meet if I wasn't presented with this opportunity, like Daniel and Greenstein, and talking with Jason and some of these other PokerStars pros. It's been an awesome experience.
Who are the team players you treasure most as a team member? You know what I mean?
That I treasure most?
I mean, who do you like the most out of your fellow teammates?
I feel, away from the table, that I've got along best with. I mean, I get along with everyone, but the people that I hung out with most was I hung out with Jason in England when we were shooting a commercial, and then William Thurston. He's a real funny, nice guy.
Yeah.
I love William, so I guess those two people would probably be the most.
Sounds good. All right, Joe. It was really nice talking to you, and good luck here in Monte Carlo.
Thanks a lot.